2, 1. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of On Beat Off Script. I'm Brandito, and I'm joined here by my co-host Mel. And it will just be the two of us since Bob is like super ramping up for like full-blown wedding all the way. So like that'll be fun.
Yeah, Bob's going through it right now.
Unfortunately, because of that, it means that we might end up having to take like a brief hiatus. I don't know exactly how everything's going to play out.
We'll get some. I think me and you can just get something little out that's like pre-recorded for that.
We'll talk about something. We'll figure something out. It's gonna be different here over the holiday season and stuff like that. This is like we're coming into like the end of our first like full year of doing the podcast, which is kind of
really
neat.
I'm so proud of us. We stuck with it.
Yeah, no doubt. Like the first year's the hardest. I don't know. Maybe it's not. We're gonna find out.
I hope it was.
I hope so too. I was in wedding hell for like 4 weeks. Now we're in different wedding hell, like moving forward here. But yeah, we're gonna cover some tracks. We're gonna cover some albums, a couple of dope albums. I ended up calling an audible on what we were gonna cover for albums because De La Soul had kind of a short window when they said they were gonna release their most recent album, Cabin in the Sky, which I'm excited to cover. As well as we are still going to cover What of Our Nature by Haley Hendrix and Max Garcia Conover, some hyper indie folk, and then our Spotlight album, because again, it's getting into the Christmas season when people are no longer dropping their albums. It's just usually the old fogies that are dropping all of their box sets, which I'm not excited about as somebody who listens to all of them.
I really feel like you need to stop doing that for your mental health.
I have a beautiful 12 CD box set of John Lennon and Yoko Ono's Plastic Yoko Band coming up. That's just going to be a good 12 hours of Yoko Ono. I can't wait.
I just wouldn't do it. Just don't listen to it.
I've never really listened through their stuff together.
I haven't either.
It feels like I should, because like I bash Yoko Ono, even though I've really only heard like a couple of like snippets of what she's ever done. So like, I guess we're gonna do that. But either way, before we get into the music of things, Mel's, how's you?
I'm good. I'm sleepy. I'm maid of honor for this wedding.
I know.
So I'm not as busy as the bride and groom, but I'm up there and I'm tired.
See, this is where you made the mistake, though, because if you just come from a different country, what they do is they treat you like you're in the party, and you get all of the perks of that, but you have to do none of the work.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. That's been something that's been working for me the last little bit. So
yeah,
maybe next time keep that in mind. Just be like, cool, I'm going to move to a different country before you invite me to your wedding.
I mean, with the way the states are going, I don't know. Canada seems real cool.
Don't worry, they're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that a couple of times today. But yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. Mm-hmm. We always like to start things off. What have you been listening to, Mel?
Yeah, so like I said, I've been very busy and I've been slacking hardcore. I will say I did listen to Lux because after listening to Berghain last Track Attack, I was like very, very intrigued. Thought it was stunning. I do want to go back and listen to it more and do like more of a deep dive. But like it was an experience. Like I was cool. I'm so impressed by it. I want to go. Yeah, I have to go in and do more to have a full-fledged opinion, but like initial reaction, stunned.
Like I've heard like pretty good things about it. Again, it's still buried behind 12 hours of Yoko Ono before I'll get to it.
Maybe you'll really appreciate it even more then, because
I might. Like that'll just be the reprieve. Yeah, that'll be my break from just Yoko Ono and John Lennon for hours on end.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I can't wait. For me, so it was my turn when it came to my like management group and us doing our album shares. So I actually shared. I've told you guys to listen to it a million times. I don't know if you have, but Malibu by Anderson .Paak, and like I was like digging on that. That was. I needed to, because like everybody's like put a lot of rock focus in this like group, so I'm like, let's like get some like soul R&B funk going here. Like let's see if we can branch out just a little bit from, just the same rock albums.
Is
that
it a
we've been
bunch
listening
of
to
just
over and over again.
boys who are contributing to your list?
There is one female.
All
in
right,
there.
so you got a little
And
diversity.
she suggested Millennium by Backstreet Boys.
Banger.
So-
I love her so much.
Genuinely, I think there was somebody in there. They're just like, I don't
incredible.
know why, but like I can't find it like on my Apple Music. I'm pretty sure I already have this. All I replied back was like, I'm pretty sure it's under your liked albums, and if it's not, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
'cause that's Millennium by Backstreet Boys. That was the first concert I ever went to. Was the Millennium tour.
Really? Mine was in.
Yeah.
My first concert was NSYNC. I was an NSYNC girly.
Yeah, see, I was way
No
more
strings
Backstreet Boys.
attached, baby.
It was genuinely my mom was a big fan of Backstreet Boys, so I was a big fan of Backstreet Boys because I would have been like 6 at the time. Like it was like
Yeah,
1999.
babies.
I was young, and my mom got sick for it, so my dad had to take me. And from
Your
this
dad
point forward,
loved that.
I'll never ever have more respect for him than I did in that moment when I had to be like, "Hey, Dad, what are they firing off the stage?" And there was panties. They were firing panties off the stage at the crowd, and he was just like, "Don't worry about it." He was like, "Don't sweat it. You don't need to worry about it."
So funny. Oh my god. That is so funny. See, I was
Yeah.
really impressed because like NSYNC came out like they were ridiculous like with space cowboy shit. So they were like riding mechanical bulls in the sky. It was the most ridiculous concert I think I've ever been to, and I wish I had a fully fledged out brain so I could fully appreciate it. But like
Pop is dead. Pop is dead
Don't
is what
tell
I'm
me
hearing
that.
right now. Pop is dead, and
I need my boy Harry to come back and save me. The boys
It
are
had
letting
its
me
moment.
down. The
it
girls,
had its moment, and it's dead now.
the boys are dead now. The girls are popping off.
The girls are doing like good stuff, but like
Yeah.
they're not riding mechanical bulls in the sky.
No, Sabrina's just doing a million different like Juno poses, and everyone's like sick of them by now. Like, girl, you gotta
Correct.
switch it up.
Correct. 100%. But yeah. So Mel, you decided to actually. I should say my other thing that I listened to was 3 Feet High and Rising, which I have a signed copy of it behind me because we're gonna cover De La Soul. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna like throw on
Yeah.
some De La Soul, and
I
like,
was supposed
maybe
to
their one.
listen to it, and
Yeah,
I
you
didn't.
were.
I
You
know.
really
I
were.
know.
I was like, you need to understand where this is coming from because they're one of the most revolutionary hip hop groups of all time.
I'm gonna do just a little
And-
reverse research.
It's fun.
I'm sorry.
So the only one to listen to it was me, myself, and I, which is funny, and you would get that because that's like their biggest single off of that album. You would understand that joke if you would listen to it,
So sorry.
dummy. But anyways, Mel, you put out a
Yeah.
collection of singles though that
I did.
that have come out over the last 2 weeks. Do you want to start talking about them?
Hell yeah, we're starting off strong with with Kevin Jonas.
Him. Everybody remembers him.
I'm already not going to be able to keep a straight face during any of this. Okay, so up first we have Changing by Kevin Jonas. So, for those of you who don't know, he's the oldest brother of the Jonas Brothers. We covered them in episode 6's Track Attack when they dropped that banger that was Love Me to Heaven, which was not actually a banger. That was so brutal.
It was really bad.
So
Honestly,
brutal.
like there's so many tracks at this point that like I know what I rated it, and like I probably was too generous.
I feel like I was probably too generous on that one too. I'm excited at the end of the year to go through. Because I do feel like we've all gotten progressively just like, a little bit more critical too. It's just like our top like albums and tracks for this year are not going to be accurate, I don't think. So, for season 2, we're going to have a better idea of what we're doing.
no shit.
But yeah, so if you want to hear more about the Jonas Brothers in general and how they got their start, go back to episode 6's Track Attack. I'm not repeating it. But for Kevin Jonas specifically, the one thing I found very interesting is that during his hiatus, he that like started in 2012, he like went off and did his own thing and literally started his own construction company. So he was the last Jonas brother that I thought was ever going to end up going solo. Like I didn't think that they were ever going to have a reunion because Kevin didn't seem to want anything to do with it. But apparently they're fully back. He's fully diving into this and we have his debut solo single. So, guess he wants to be in the spotlight, turns out.
Maybe he's changing.
I guess so.
Yeah, let's listen to a little snippet.
The kids are watching their guys on television, but I keep on changing, oh I keep on changing. It's in their mission to keep us all conditioned, so I keep on changing, oh I keep on changing. Baby, I'm jaded, baby, I'm chasing the highs to escape, so I keep changing. I keep changing.
If Bob were here, he would have counted how many times
He said
he
changing.
says changing.
I know. Oh, damn it. Yeah, so like I guess it's okay. It feels very safe and very boring. And like the outro line is the coffee's cold, like these same old conversations. And I can't help but feel like he's really hypocritical for that. Because bro, this song is old. Like everything that any pop boy has ever done before. Like you're not giving us anything new here. It's
It's first of all, I forgot Kevin existed.
he
So,
wanted
like,
you to forget he existed, though.
it turns out you have this like rough tuned guitar and this like super poppy beat on it. The auto tune is hilarious. Like it doesn't require it
No.
unless he's not singing very well. Like there is so much voice correction on this track that it's like not even funny. The overfilter on the vocals, it was just a lot for me. I didn't mind the vibe of it all.
Same.
I
Yeah.
think the aesthetic was kind of cool. It's kind of sleepy. Like I kind of dug on that. Like that was cool. But otherwise, it's just like it blends into like a taupe range of emotion. Like it's just
Taupe is so spot on. Yeah.
there's like nothing there. There's no other real substance from it. Aesthetically, it's nice, but like the delivery was rough. You get these aggressive auto-tuning moments, poppy drums, and kind of like this soft rock melody, and combining it all just makes it feel like it has zero identity at all.
Yeah.
It's
a bunch of like tacky elements from all of these different styles, just kind of like meshed into something that's just really boring and tacky.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God. I'm so happy you said that. I was so nervous you were going to be like, I'm going to stand by her. This, like the Hillary
Nah.
Duff one. I was going to be
No,
like, no.
Hillary,
like,
Mature is a banger, and I still stand on that.
I
This is
would stop. That's a
giving
pretty
us
loose
absolutely
ledge.
nothing. This is giving us absolutely nothing. I don't know.
I feel like it's the same thing.
No, Mature was a bop. The guitar,
this is
the
the
guitar
exact same
alone
thing.
in the chorus of Mature gets me going.
Content wise, it's the exact same. Nothing about this is different. Yeah, no, I like this is like so missable.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's.
I gave it a 5.3. I
Oh.
liked this more than Hillary Duff's.
I think you're sexist. Because what the fuck?
This was just I like the atmosphere
liked
and
the-
like I do actually like the aesthetic of what they're
Fair.
trying to do here. They just failed on the delivery of it. Whereas Hillary Duff's, I'm just like, I don't really know what you're doing.
Well, Hillary Duff is that's definitely more marketable to women to begin with anyway. So like I
yeah,
get
of
it.
course
And
it is.
so it's like it's more up my alley anyway.
You're
This
sexist.
you're sexist.
Is this because I said because AI said that the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was one of the most influential hip hop albums?
Do we want to rehash that? So I got so offended. Mind you, I do not have the education to really have a full opinion on this, and I will admit it. But when he was listing, when Google AI was listing all of the most influential hip hop albums,
To talk about De La Soul.
yeah, obviously Lauryn Hill was on it, and he was like, "Yeah, the only thing I would change is taking off like Miseducation and replacing it with this." I'm like, "But she's the only woman on that list, and you're gonna take her off? Fuck that!" I got so defensive.
There's better female MCs. I'd probably put Pink as a more hip hop album than Pink Friday, than
Fair. Okay.
a better hip hop album than Miseducation, because it's an R&B album.
Okay.
But anyways,
I get it. No, I know
it's
that's funny.
It is very loosely thrown into hip hop, and that drives me bonkers.
I get it.
It's not that it's a bad album. I enjoy it. I own it on vinyl.
Yeah.
But like, it's
I just got protective because you were coming for the only chick. I was like,
that's on AI,
we
not
need a
on
little
me.
diversity, okay?
It also doesn't have any It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, which was hilariously dumb because it's, again, probably one of the best sample albums that's ever existed. But anyways,
Anyway.
moving on. Back to Kevin Jonas.
Oh, yeah. I just rated it a 5 even because, it's a track. It's fine. Like I said, it's fine. It just feels so safe and nothing stands out about it at all. And I don't see if it comes on, I'm not gonna feel the need to instantly skip it. If it just came on a random Spotify mix, but I'm never going out of my way to listen to it. So
Yeah,
you know,
I'm with you.
it's a 5. It's mid.
Cool. 100%.
So next we have "Bitch" by Hannah Gray.
Nice.
So Hannah Gray is a Welsh rock musician from Port Talbot, who's a member of Loud LDN Talbot. Port Talbot.
Probably a little bit.
I don't actually know how to say
Go
anything. So yeah, she's a member of Loud LDN or Loud London. Loud London is a woman.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so they are a woman-run collective of female and gender-expansive artists based in London. That was formed in 2022. She did go on and release her debut single, "Propaganda," in 2022 as well. And then since then, she's had some online virality and has released a mini album, "Hell is a Teenage Girl," in 2023. So yeah, she's starting to kind of pop out and do things with Loud London and on her own. So now we have "Bitch."
Cool. Let's listen.
Look at this, clench your fist. I can throw quite a tantrum. You're a dream, not selling cheap. Everybody wants a piece of your disguise. Those angel eyes, your great success, my demise. I don't wanna be a bitch, but somehow you make me wanna rip my own eyes out. Can you hear me screaming from the top? I wanna be you.
I fucking love this so much.
I knew you were
I love
going to,
this
as
so
soon as I heard it.
much. I love it so much. It's a really a rockier Olivia Rodrigo even. I'm obsessed. I think it has a really great bridge. I love a good bridge. I love the instrumental breaks. I love a pop rock girly. I'm in. I'm sold.
Yeah, no, it's got this punchy guitar. It's pretty punky. I enjoyed it. The reverse breaks were driving me nuts, which I really just wanted it to bust out at some point, and it
Fair.
never really did, which was kind of fun too. I don't hate the take of it, but I really wanted it to
Yeah.
just the last chorus to go right into it instead of the pullback. But either way,
Yeah.
the anti-drops, they were cool. It rocks. I enjoyed it a lot. There's a lot of artists that I would love to compare it to. Her voice takes on a Gwen stance at times and a Hayley Williams in moments and stuff like that. But then also I don't want to compare her to other artists because that's literally the point of the song. And
I mean, she has her influences though. She's gonna
100%, there's definitely influences there. I thought this was really cool. This was It was a really fun song. I'm really curious to know more about Hannah
Yeah.
Gray because of it. So like, yeah, really dope single.
Yeah.
And I don't say that very often. I don't usually
Sick.
love singles, but this is actually this is a good one.
I love the song and I can't wait to dive more. I've listened to a few more of her tracks since, but I haven't had time to do like, I want to go through and listen to that mini album, and I want a full album now. Like, girl, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I want it. I gave it an 8.5. Like, I'm in.
I gave it an 8.6.
Wow. Yeah. Sick.
So like I was right there with you, but you did actually remind me earlier that I'm sexist. So actually, like a 4.7 is what it should be. My bad.
You're a fucking bitch, man.
Fiddlesticks. Forgot about that thing.
Sorry, I forgot that I hate women.
My day.
Meanwhile, if you actually hated women, there's no way I would be doing this podcast with you.
I'm aware.
I just love to pretend that you are and be a dick. Oh my god. All right. So, more women. So this is The World I Made It For You by Magdalena Bay.
Magdalena Bay.
Magdalena. I was close.
You were there.
So yeah, they're an alternative pop duo from Miami that's currently based in LA, made up of Mika Tenenbaum and Matthew Lewis, who met in high school. They released their debut studio album, Mercurial World, in 2021, and they followed that up with Imaginal Disc in 2024, and that received
Loved
Yeah,
Imaginal Disc. Imaginal Disc was really good.
I
I was
haven't
excited to
listened
see
to it.
Magdalena Bay on this.
Ooh, okay. I don't know who they were. I didn't know who they were, but I did see that album got like a lot of critical acclaim, so I need
100%.
to do my homework.
Very, very good.
Ooh, okay, yay. Yeah, and their sound is described as like a pop act with a raucous core. And I don't really know much more about them, but I'm excited to dive more into them.
Yeah, let's do it.
Her vocals are so unique, like, but they're almost like Britney coded to me in a little way, but like I love them so much. The beat is
This I really felt was Gwen. Was a lot
Gwen.
more
No,
Gwen
you're
Stefani.
right. Gwen is totally. You're right. No, you're
It's
right.
so No Doubt-esque
You're right.
in that, but I'll get into it. Go ahead
No,
and keep
you're
talking.
right. That's a better take. I like the whisperiness was giving me Britney, which is I think why I got like. Yeah, no, you're right. It's Gwen.
Yeah.
It's the beat is so simple, but it's like so I don't know. I really, really enjoyed this track. I was also sold on this one.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of felt the same way. Like I said, the first one I wrote was her voice is so Gwen coded. It's awesome.
Gwen,
I like that. Who's apparently not as good as Pink in somebody's opinion, but anyways.
Dude, Pink. I'll fight. I am a Pink over a Gwen girl. I will fight this to the end.
Which is the weirdest thing that we're even like. That's such a weird argument. Like we're really like cherry picking two artists and being
I
like
know.
compare them.
Well, to be fair, society kind of I feel like pinned them up against each other to begin with because they were
I
very
feel like that was just our group chat.
maybe I don't know. I think that's just like pop girls in general for the 2000s though. Like everyone
It was early
is so
2000s,
competitive.
like female rockers.
yeah,
more
yeah.
so than anything. And Avril Lavigne was just in a different country.
Yeah, I mean, and she kind of like she really kind of like led a revolution. So like she doesn't get thrown
She doesn't
into
have to
the
get thrown into all
arguments.
of that.
Yeah, Avril Lavigne
I will
did her
say
own
so. At the
thing.
beginning of this song, I was really distracted by the fax machine that sounds like it's in the background. It was like really bugging me. It changes as the song goes on, and so I'll go into that a little bit. But yeah, this was a lot more. This sounded very No Doubt-esque, like that kind of style, just a little bit less ska and a lot more pop, which I appreciate. I really love No Doubt, so like that was really nice to dive into that. The fax machine ends up being more important later because it actually kind of takes over as the melody as you like progress through. It starts off being kind of in the background and then it actually becomes what the melody turns into. So I ended up actually kind of appreciating the fact that I was so distracted by it, and then it starts to actually like fill out and become the song, which that was a really cool way to do that. The change to the guitar chords as you're going through, it falls into like an odder spot in like certain places, and like you get this kind of droney buzz that kind of goes through it all, and that's kind of cool to me too. There was an accordion for the end of the track, which is crazy. The backtrack on this is like insane. There's so many weird things going on. That clip will never do it justice.
No,
So like just
yeah.
like give it a listen. It's really interesting. Her vocals are really pretty, but the production on it's wild and creates this crazy kind of atmosphere going on behind her really pretty samples. It's cool. It folds into like these flat notes where it shouldn't. But it still stays really nice. It's super like uber unique. Tons of pleasantry that like I can't deny. And again, I had wrote that like I loved Imaginal Disc, and so like I'm gonna be like pumped on this upcoming album if it keeps going in this direction. I'm all the way here for it.
Yay. Yeah, I need to do my homework and do a little reverse research again, because they've sold me. I'm in. I liked this one a little bit more than Bitch, but it's like they're up there for me. But I gave this one an 8.6. I just gave it a little bit of an edge.
I gave this one a 9.3. I like this one quite a bit more. Yeah.
Sick.
Which again, I'm sexist, so actually a 4.9. But
Well, let's move on to another chick that you can hit on real quick.
yeah. Let's do it.
I love that you're just fully embracing this. So next we got Charlie XCX with Chains of Love. Charlie's our girl, man. We stand Charlie here.
I really like how little she likes women. Other women.
Oh man. Okay.
I'm kidding.
I know.
Obviously.
I know.
It
It's
was
like-
Taylor
I
Swift
was like,
that was mad at her out of
I know.
fucking
I
nowhere.
was getting ready to be like, do I have to have the Taylor Swift argument again? Because like there's only so much hate I think I can take on the internet. But I am clearly on Charlie's side, fam. Taylor's a mean girl. She always will be. Anyway, so Charlie XCX is a British electronic pop singer known for the bangers Boom Clap, Fancy, and like the entirety of Brat, which was probably the best album of 2024. She started releasing her music on MySpace as a teen, leading her to begin playing shows in London's rave scene when she was only 16. She received a deal with Warner's Asylum Records in 2013, and that allowed her to release her debut studio album, True Romance. And then, she started hitting the charts shortly after with her collaborations like I Love It and Fancy, which actually earned 2 Grammy nominations with Iggy Azalea. And then, despite a bunch of Billboard hits, she did not fully achieve the mainstream success that she deserved until the cultural phenomenon that was Brat last year. And now she is doing the entire score for the movie Wuthering Heights that's coming out. So this is, I believe, the second. We had House come out, I think, 2 weeks ago. So I think this is the second single for the Wuthering Heights movie that's coming out. Our girl's
Cool.
busy. She's booked and busy. All right. Yeah. So Chains of Love.
Let's listen.
Chains of love, cool. I shouldn't be
So I fought for Charlie being the album of the year in 2024.
I know you did. I've come around
You
to it.
fought against me, just in case you're wondering.
I remember, but I've since become more educated and have re-listened to Brat.
Carter. It's Cowboy Carter.
I really love Cowboy Carter.
That's fine.
But
you can really
I-
like something and understand that it's definitely not better than what Brat was. But
I
so
get it
I was
now.
super excited about this.
Oh no.
You kind of get these really industrial drums. There's filters on everything. Everything. What is nice is it is actual live performance of like violins, like it's a full orchestra essentially going on in this song. My problem is it's all filtered over, and it kind of takes away the authenticness of the instrumentation when you remove the authenticness of the instrumentation like instantaneously. It leaves a lot of space on the song until it doesn't, and then it overutilizes minimal space in like those moments. So it's either okay, like I need more out of it, or whoa, there's too much now. There's no happy medium in how this whole track was designed. I get it's like trying to be on the edge of like being something bigger than itself, but I think like the blatant juxtaposition of those two moments, it really like ruins the tastefulness of it to me. I also think it's a lot more soulful than like what Charlie is really known for, and especially what Brat was. And so using those similar techniques that she used on Brat on like a track like this, I don't think it works. I think I'll like it more in the context of an album where I get like a whole picture and there's actual story to be told about it. But the other kind of problem that I have with it, and I didn't realize that this was going to be part of the Wuthering Heights soundtrack, is I think like she's trying to match it with the motif of the story.
100%.
And what Brat and what Charlie is so good at is like doing things her own unique way. And so trying to like force a motif into what she's doing kind of ruins it for me, in my
get it.
opinion. You know what I mean? So like, I didn't love this track. I really must say, like, I thought it was pretty jarring. It left a lot on the table that this wasn't the single I was hoping for from Charlie.
I had a feeling this is exactly how you're going to feel. And I do agree. I'm not as passionately against it because I still like it.
Like I was pretty
No,
impassionate
I
about
know
it.
you're not. You're I know. You're very stop being so rational all
Yeah.
the time. All the time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Deal.
So yeah, I still like it. I do think the initial track that she released, House, is like that was like kind of significantly better in my opinion, and I think it was just a really cool take. I loved the aesthetic of that song a lot. I do agree, like she's definitely like the Chains of Love makes sense. It's such a toxic relationship. I get what she's doing as far as the meaning of the song goes, but yeah, I do agree that it falls short. And that really hurts to say. I do think I am going to probably have to get the Wuthering Heights soundtrack vinyl because I think it's so sick that she's scoring the entire movie, and I think it's a genius marketing move on
Why don't you make sure you like it first?
Well, I loved House a lot, so I'm hopeful that this is just maybe like a lull.
Like, just sorry, before you put in like your pre-purchase, like maybe you want to like.
Yeah, but when
listen
you
to
do
it.
the pre-orders is when you get all the fun exclusive stuff.
Yeah, but like it's gonna be Wuthering Heights exclusive stuff, not Charlie XCX exclusive
That's true.
stuff.
That's
so you
true.
also don't even know if you're gonna like the movie.
That's true. And I think the internet is also just, even though Jacob Elordi is great, I think we're all a little pissed off that like, you know, we have a white Heathcliff, because like that's just not accurate to the story. So I am afraid.
And don't say we. I don't know what you're talking
I meant
about.
we in general, as in like just, you know, the people. It's probably actually just my algorithm, but the girlies who are following it in my algorithm are all kind of like, this isn't
like,
accurate.
don't say we. I don't know what
Like
you're talking about.
Book Talk is a little pissed off.
I don't know what Wuthering Heights is about. I genuinely
real?
don't. No, I don't have no idea anything about it. Truthfully, all I know is that Charlie. What I just learned right now is that Charlie XCX is scoring it. Otherwise, I know nothing more about this.
You didn't have to read it in school growing up?
Nah. No,
Interesting.
that wasn't us.
All right. Well,
So
okay.
I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about,
All right.
but somebody out there I'm sure does.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say I am a little skeptical about the movie just because of the casting
So
alone.
maybe
So
don't
yeah.
order the album yet.
I want it to be really good, and House was really sick, so I have faith. Oh wait, but did we rate this? Did we say our scores?
I can now. For me it was a 3-7.
Whoa.
It was just really acoustically, sonically not great, in
Interesting.
my opinion.
I gave it a 6.8. I still
Whoa.
didn't love it, but I did not think it was as bad.
6.8's pretty loving.
No,
pretty good.
it's still like I would listen. I will still listen to it. I don't dislike it.
I dislike it.
Yeah, I don't dislike it. Like it's just it doesn't hit the way a Charlie song normally hits, but I don't dislike it.
Yeah, I kind of do. But anyways.
Sorry. Okay, up next, Left for Good, Bad Omens. So yeah, they're a heavy metal band from Virginia, formed in 2015 by vocalist and producer Noah Sebastian, guitarist Nicholas Refilio, bassist Vincent Requier. I don't ever look up pronunciations. And they were later joined by drummer Nick Folio and producer Joachim Jolly Carlson. So they released their debut self-titled album in 2016 after signing with Sumerian Records. And they've recently supported Bring Me the Horizon on their 2024 tour. And I've worked with artists like Poppy, Corey Taylor, Health and Swarm, and Wargasm. August of this year, they released their first non-collaborative single in 3 years, Spectre. And it seems like they've been steadily releasing singles to hype up their upcoming fourth studio album. So now we have Left for Good.
Cool. Let's listen.
I saw claw that went through the throat of the truth, and I am the wound, but I stay. Where do I stay? In the middle. What do I say? Just a little. Where do I reach? From the other side. For all I've left for good, 'cause I yearn for a way out, for the hurt, for a way down, for the worst, for the pain now. For all I've left for good.
I don't have much to say about this one. We don't do a lot of metal, so when I saw a metal single, I was like, I should probably, stop only picking pop girlies. For me, it's fine, but it's just like very uninspired metal in my opinion. Like it sounds like so many other fucking things, like so many other metal bands. It just blends
Yeah.
into me with
Like, yeah, this is obviously a polar opposite from like any of the other singles that we're covering.
yeah.
It's metal. It's actually metalcore.
Metalcore.
In case you're wondering, but
Can you explain
it
to me what the
is
difference is?
super on the nose metalcore, because like metal, like
Is
metal
heavier.
won't have like that like electronica aspect to
Got
it,
it.
and that toned back like that super. Metalcore is like late stage Linkin Park. Actually, really, Linkin Park is metalcore all the
Okay.
way through.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where there's a lot of synth usage and that kind
Okay.
of stuff in there as well. And like the big breaks and like the more like prog rocky kind of inserts, that
Okay.
kind of aspect. So like this was really like on the nose metalcore,
Okay.
like almost too on the nose. Like the tough thing about the genre is it is really tough to differentiate yourself from a lot of the other stuff, and I feel like Bad Omen doesn't do that like at all on this. You got the electronic aspect. It's dark. We get these layered vocals. We get these really aggressive drums, but those are the same things that are in pretty much every other metalcore song. So like it really didn't. It felt like the same as like a lot of other things that already exists.
I
It
feel
did
the
nothing-
same way about it as I feel about the Kevin Jonas single, where it's like, it's fine, but it's just more of the same. And it does.
Yeah, I mean, it does go harder in the change-up, which earns some brownie points for me, but then it reverts back, and it goes back to the same thing. I don't know. Yeah, it just lacked a lot of, like, inspiration. It really felt like a Transformers
Yes.
soundtrack. You know what I mean? Michael Bay film.
Yeah.
At some point, and not even like during the actual like movie, like just in the credit sequence.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just it's kind of just too blatantly metalcore by template
Yeah.
for me. And yeah, it's just like it's not the worst. It's just not
It does.
really great.
It has no personality to me. It's just like,
No.
all right.
It doesn't. And maybe that's just because we're not as big of metal people. I am a bit, well, I will be honest with you. I listened to a black metal album earlier this week that I absolutely thoroughly loved. So, like, I do listen to metal. I listen to everything.
Yeah,
like,
and there's-
Agriculture's new album was unbelievable. I loved that. It had some hard rock notes where it actually could kind of fall into, like, a metalcore kind of sound. But, like, it was, like, so handily better than this.
Yeah.
And
I
Yeah.
feel like we've listened to some metal too, where it's just like they're doing a lot more stuff with the instruments and like I don't know. And these vocals are they're just so copy paste. They sound like any other like band in this genre to me. I don't know. There's just
Agreed.
nothing to stand out here at all.
yeah, I'm with you. I gave it a 4-4.
I gave it I gave Kevin. I gave it just a 5 even because I'm like I guess if you like the genre, it scratches an itch, but it's just meh.
Bob would have given it like a
I
7.
know. I was
Yeah.
like, Bob would have liked it.
Yeah.
But this is so up his alley. I don't know. It's okay. It's fine. Somebody's
Nah.
gonna like it, and somebody's gonna really hate us for just saying it's mid.
Super mid. It's like definition of mid. Though.
Yeah. All right, and then last but not least, we have No Vegetables by Little Yachty. Like, the fact that it's called No Vegetables is so funny to me. So yeah, Little Yachty is the stage name of Miles Parks McCollum, who first gained recognition in 2015 with his SoundCloud single One Night that was used in a viral comedy video. This led him to debut as a model in Kanye West's Yeezy Season 3 fashion line. And the same year, he released his debut mixtape, Little Boat. So then, yeah, later that year, which is 2016, I don't think I said that earlier. So later in 2016, he collaborated with Dram on the hit song Broccoli, which peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. He followed that up with his debut studio album Teenage Emotions in 2017, which also peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200 chart. He's since received multiple Grammy noms, 2 for Broccoli, and he was nominated as a featured artist on Kanye West's album Donda in 2022. And now,
Donda.
yeah,
Why'd you say Donda?
Donda, Donda.
No, it's Donda.
Donda.
It's his mom's name.
I don't give a fuck about Kanye West's mom.
Tell me what kind of dress like Donda West like.
Donda
But
West. I actually didn't listen to the album because at that point Kanye had gone fully psycho, and I really just don't want to support that man.
Donda was
it-
like really close to there, but I think it was still
A little bit
But
before.
anyways,
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten to the point now where I separate art from artists a little bit better, and I'm not so like, I need to hate everybody.
Donda West like. Tell me what kind of S-type Donda West like. There we go. I was like trying to think of the words. I'm like, I know when he uses his mom's
You're
name.
losing your street cred, bro.
It was in Hey Mama. But anyways.
But yeah, so now Little Yachty's like hating on vegetables and stuff on YouTube. It is a YouTube exclusive. I don't understand what he has against streaming services, but I guess this is a thing that he's doing now. I guess every artist should have something against streaming services. Never mind.
I was gonna say
Never
you
mind.
just actively had a full blown conversation with me 2 weeks ago
Yeah,
about how against streaming services you are.
Yeah, I canceled my Spotify. And
Yeah.
I deleted my account. And well, also on my exit survey, why are you deleting? Because you're running ICE ads, so maybe stop that. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go give my $30 a month to somebody else.
See, in Canada, you don't get ICE
ICE
ads on anything.
Must be nice.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Anyways, let's listen to Lil Boat.
But I'm feeling sleepy, my bitch upset, I got to get, I can't fuck, she gon' leave me. bitch, leave. Us up on your wrist, 500K under my sleeve. It's us for real, hold on, get it, go ask G's. Stay on my way, get my dukes, don't reasons degree. He big, he tough, he bold, he buff, I bet he bleed still. And if it's out when we come through that city, roadkill.
Okay, so my first note, and I think this is the funniest fucking thing. I pulled up the lyrics when I was just like going through it on Genius, and you know how they do those Genius annotations, so they make little notes.
Yeah.
The notes on the line, "Bitch, I ain't ever ate no vegetables." It's annotated with "Don't take nutritional advice from this guy." And I fucking died. It's like,
That's really funny.
Whoever that is really fucking funny. But this was an entertaining track for me. The lyrics had me laughing a lot. Like, I got too geeked. I can't fuck. She gonna leave me. Had me cackling. Trap all sounds the same to me though. Like, it's fine. But this is if I want to listen to rap, this isn't what I'm looking for in general.
My notes were, I had 4 notes. It was, all right, which Yachty do we get here? Because the last Lil Yachty, as producer Lil Yachty, was absolutely fire. To show how excited I was. Then I wrote, oh, it's not. It's Trap Yachty. Rut-row. Then I just wrote, ha 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 ha. And then no notes is what I wrote as a note.
I don't. There's not much to say about it.
It's bad. It's honestly
It's kind
like
of
yeah.
funny.
I'm not a fan of trap rap to begin with, and this is kind of the exact example as to why. It's a bunch of nothingness with these like crazy beats. He's out of time on half of his bars. It's not good.
I struggled to take it seriously.
I gave it a 1-4.
Whoa.
It's not good.
Okay.
It's bad.
I mean, yeah, I gave it like a 3.5, but I don't really. I just didn't like it, but I don't know enough of it. I avoid the
I
style
don't even
of
like
rap.
the trap beat on this thing. Like,
No,
it's not even a
that
good
good.
trap beat. It's nothing about this was entertaining to me.
Yeah.
All
It made me
was
laugh. It got points for making me laugh. Actually, I'm probably giving too much credit to the guy with the "don't take nutritional advice from this guy"
I
line.
fully 100% agree that that's what you're doing.
Yeah, because I was at least entertained, like, going through this song.
Yeah. This was rough. It was not great.
Yeah, especially after listening to De La Soul, having to like listen to this, I was like, oh no, I don't like this at all. Like
I
at
mean,
all.
I don't think Yachty cares.
No.
Which I think shows. Because I don't think you could put this out and care at the same time. If I'm being honest.
Man.
So like the fact that he allowed this to go onto YouTube, and if you watch the video, it is just him dancing in a field, and then there's 2 producers who get production credit for the video at the end, and it's literally just him like this, just dancing in the field.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. You know what makes me a little sad? I like back when Sable Fable came out, I was like watching all the Bon Iver interviews, and he had a really good one where Yachty was like the interviewer for Bon Iver, and seeing him gush over his music and how like influential he was, like gave me so much hope that like, I don't know, maybe Yachty would do something cool.
Well, Yachty does do cool things. Like I said, his last album where he really like focused more on the production side of things, it was fantastic. It was really, really good.
Ugh,
This just is
Isn't it?
going back to like trap rap, which I don't. There's enough guys doing this, and it's not good when they do it. So like Lil Yachty, like
maybe
he
do
did it
something
just
different.
because I think he knows that it's an easy sell, and
get
the
his
same
name out there.
people that are listening to it and buying Yeezys and going to Sumis for everything, like that's who we like targeted with this song, and
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna blow it up, and it's gonna have over 1 million streams. Like,
I'm actually
probably
curious.
by the time we're already talking about it.
Yeah, I was
It's
like,
just-
I actually want to see if that stat's available right now. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. Okay, it's taking me too long to find it, so I'm giving up on that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's an oversaturated market of not good material that it's just another one of those. So I'm pretty much done with it.
Yeah.
I'll call it it's the cop drama of music at this point. Where there's like 500 different cop drama shows and all of them are the exact same whatever meaningless everything, and that's what trap rap is to me right now. I'm yet to really hear something that's
Good.
groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And yeah. I shouldn't say
Yeah.
yet to. There are good trap rap albums, but like recently I'd say not very much. But yeah. That brings us to the end of the track attack. Mel, was there anything that surprised you about how today went? And
I was just mostly excited to discover Hannah Gray and Magdalena Bay. Magdalena. Yeah, I think they've got a new fan out of me, so I'm gonna be diving into them.
100%. I feel that way. I'm shocked by Charlie. I'm not shocked by Kevin.
I'm shocked that Kevin even went solo. Is what I'm shocked by.
Yeah, I'm shocked that Kevin is still alive. I didn't know. I haven't heard really a whole lot going on there. So, but do you guys agree with us? Do you guys disagree with us? What are your thoughts? Please let us know. We want to hear from you, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can keep talking about more singles as we go on. Don't forget, we're also talking about albums today, so make sure that you pop and check those out. But otherwise, I'm Brandito. This is Mel. That was a track attack done by On Beat Off Script. And we will catch you on the flip side.
Mwah.
Peace out. 3, 2,